The facts matter.
Good morning, everyone. Virgo here. It's October 5th, 2020, and happy Monday to everyone. I'm going to be starting a new series, and I'm going to be calling that series Traffic Stop Treats in honor of Halloween this month. In this Traffic Stop Treat, we're going to be taking a look at a sovsit that's been pulled over by an officer for the violation of not having registration on or a tag on the back of his vehicle. As you know, these guys can be interesting. But a warning first. In this particular clip, I would have a few words to say in how the officer handled this also. But still, we're going to take a walk with this particular traffic stop and correct this gentleman on a lot of the mistakes that he proclaims throughout the stop.
How you doing today, sir?
Okay, so I stopped you because you have expired tags.
How you doing today, sir?
How you doing?
I'm blessed to be breathing. How you doing?
Good. I stopped you because you have expired tags.
Okay.
License, registration, insurance, please.
Five hours later.
Do me a favor. I would like you to, when you get done looking at that, explain to me what the emergency is too, because I do notice you have your emergency lights on.
I always do when I make a traffic stop.
You know, the sovsits love to claim that it's a felony for a police officer to use their lights on a traffic stop because technically they claim it's not an emergency. But the truth is that in every single city of every single state and in every single precinct, there's a thing called a police manual. And they have their own manual of regulations. You can see here from this Alabama police manual that right here in section 5 of 46.37.190, it states, shall impose upon drivers of other vehicles the obligation to yield right away and stop as prescribed in RCW 46.61.210. And of course this has to do with warning devices on vehicles, which happen to be those little things on the top of the police vehicle that flash red and blue. See, they're yielding to drivers to stop so that no one gets hit and no one gets hurt and the right-of-way is given to the police officer. There is no such thing as there being a felony for police officers using their lights on a traffic stop because it's not deemed by the sovsit movement as an emergency.
Oh, okay.
Where's your license at?
Can you please, I gave you all the information you need. Can you go over that, please? And if that's not enough information for you, you can have your watch commander come out here. We'll talk to him about it.
All right.
That's an easy way of saying, why, yes, I am the jackwagon you are looking for.
No worries. I'm not worried about it.
Cool. Be right back.
My man said he doing a routine traffic stop. He also says I don't have proper registration on my car, which I'm challenging. I don't need registration on my car.
I want to say this guy's never watched any of the videos on YouTube where other sovsits have tried this.
That's optional. It's not a mandate.
Listen up, Cupcake. It's not an option. You're right. It's also not a mandate. It's called a law. And look, all you have to do is do a quick Google search and you can find the vehicle registration laws of every single state. Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
I'm also just filming this for educational purposes for everybody to see, though, that I'm not required by law to need a driver's license, nor registration, nor insurance.
Ah, boy, here we go.
I'm keeping my car or my private vehicle in the private sector. It's not in public sector. I choose not to contract with the said state at this time. So he's doing what he feels is right under his statutes and codes. However, codes and statutes aren't law.
Hold your horses there, Cupcake. By its very definition, a statute is a written law that's passed by a legislative body. By its very definition.
And again, I'm not arguing anything, but it's my right to travel, which it is. It is my right to travel. I'm not using public roads and highways for commerce or for commercial use or using it for money. I'm not driving an Uber car. I'm not driving an 18-wheeler. Anything of that nature that requires me to need a driver's license, insurance, or registration, or anything of that nature.
Okay, Cupcake. Since you're so concerned with making sure that you've got educational information out there to the subscribers that you've got on your channel, all 68 of them I think it was, let's take a look at what the Constitution says about your so-called right to travel. First of all, what you're referring to is Article 13 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, where it reads that everyone has the right to freedom of movement, not right to travel, and residence within the borders of each state. Everyone lawfully within the territory of the state shall, within that territory, have the right to liberty of movement and freedom to choose his residence. That is not the same as getting behind a automobile that has a lot of horsepower in that motor and can ram into people and property and do a lot of damage. Let's also take a look at one other thing that the Constitution has. This is called an amendment. This happens to be the 10th Amendment, whereby the Constitution says, "The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states, respectively, or to the people." You know what that means, Cupcake? It means that the 10th Amendment is provided by the Constitution to the states to be able to make up their own traffic laws. And that means that every state in the nation can require you to have registration, licensing, and insurance.
If you look up USC Title 18, subsection 31, 6 and 10, which if I need to explain to this agent, then that will explain that you only need a driver's license when using public roads and highways for commerce, for commercial use. Since I'm not at this time using the roads and highways for commerce, he has no jurisdiction to even be pulling me over. He has no room to stand on anything.
Okay, Cupcake. Let's take a look at 18 U.S. Code 31. That's a definition, of course. It's simply a definition. But let's look at number 6, which says, the term motor vehicle, you'll see motor vehicle here, means every description of carriage or anything propelled or drawn by mechanical power. Plus, and, meaning in addition to, used for commercial purposes, which if you look down here under the definition for used for commercial purposes, it says that it means a carriage of persons or property for any fare, fee, rate, charge, or other consideration. That means and. and this definition of motor vehicle plus definitions of motor vehicles that are being used for commercial purposes, and not must be also used as for commercial purposes. See, one of the things you guys like to do is you actually like to cherry pick, but it never works. And if you just would take a look at what's out there, you'll notice that there are hundreds of thousands of videos of individuals who have attempted to try to use these crazy cherry-picked arguments, and they all fail.
Those red and blue lights that he has on right now is signifying that there's an emergency. If there's no crime being committed, if there's no injured party, if there's no call being made or anything designating me committing a crime, or even an investigation that show that I'm committing a crime, then he has no business putting his emergency lights on. That is a felony.
Okay, Cupcake, I can see we're a bit slow, so I'm going to try one more time. See, there's this thing, and it's called the Constitution. It has an amendment that's called the 10th Amendment. That particular amendment happens to provide the states with the rights to make up their own traffic laws. All 50 states have their own traffic regulations and laws. You are breaking those laws by not having a driver's license, insurance, and registration.
Then I'm alleging. But it is a said felony because the only time they're supposed to have those emergency lights on is when there's an actual emergency. Right now there is no emergency. He hasn't even properly said if I was being detained or not. He's just sitting here with my information right now, expecting for me to write the sign a said ticket. And if I do decide to sign a ticket, it would be just to avoid any extra hassle from said law enforcement, which is said law enforcement in this case would be San Bernardino Police Department, respondee at superior, which his superior will be getting notification from me for making contact with me with no emergency.
Are you stupid or something?
So we'll see how long he'll have me sit here detained against my will. And I'm saying for the record that I'm not driving anywhere, I'm traveling. It is my right to travel.
Nope. Once again, no right to travel. It does not say you have a right to travel in the Constitution. It says you have a right to freedom of movement. And that has nothing to do with traveling or driving behind or in the driver's seat of said vehicle.
Pursuant to this said state, which is the California State Constitution of 1849.
Hey, next time you're actually going through and reading definitions, seems you seem to be very fond of reading definitions. Let's take a look at the definition that would help you out the most here. It's in the California traffic codes, and it's called 5150. It refers to the California law code for the temporary and involuntary psychiatric commitment of individuals who present a danger to themselves and others due to signs of mental illness. I'm thinking that's the one you probably need to be paying attention to about now.
Article 1, Declaration of Rights, Section 1. Section 8, Section 9, Section 16. There's quite a few articles in there that this gentleman is currently violating just by pulling me over with no probable cause.
His probable cause to pull you over was the fact that you don't have a valid plate on the back of your vehicle. That is the probable cause.
You have an expired license. You can't be driving. You know that, right?
I don't have anything expired because I never renewed my contract with the state of California.
Okay. You have expired license.
I don't have, like I said, sir, I don't have anything suspended or expired.
Well, you have a parking ticket for having expired tags. Okay, now you do. So I'm telling you, and I've seen your past record before, okay? You like to fight with cops.
I don't fight with cops, sir.
I saw your record. So here's the deal. I'm giving you a parking citation, okay? Now, if I see you driving again, I will pull you over, and I will tow your car next time, and you will go to jail. So I suggest you find someone to drive this car. All right?
Again, sir, I'm not driving anywhere. I travel. I don't drive anywhere. I'm just stating for the record, I'm not driving anywhere.
Okay. You have a good day.
You have a good day too, sir. Enjoy your day.
Now I know what you're thinking. You all are thinking, what happened to this? Here's the thing. Officers have discretion when they pull someone over. And due to this man's record, he clearly knows that the man is not going to do what he's telling him to do. Thereby, he can pick him up on much higher charges when he does attempt to try to drive away, which of course we never see, because he wouldn't record that. I do have to take this opportunity, however, to beg the police officers that are subscribed to this channel and watching this. Please, don't walk away from these sovsits. It just empowers them to upload videos and empower other sovsits to make claims that they can get away with doing this stuff. Excuse me, in this scenario, I understand what the officer was doing. And those watching should understand it too. However, it's very, very frustrating when you see someone get away with such blatant fraud. Regardless, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. This is just number 1 of the traffic stop treats I will have for you this month. We're celebrating. Traffic Stop Treats is a series for the month of October for Halloween. Because let's face it, you can't get much scarier than some of these sovsits and the things they believe. Alright everyone, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.